What's up? Y'all know what time it is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is Sunday, October 20th. This is One More Round with your host. Me, myself, I am Gav. I am here every week, every Sunday to bring you MMA, boxing, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, news, bets, parlays, picks, recaps, news, all that. I'm here to help y'all. I'm here to make you money. I'm here to give you news. I'm here to keep you updated. I'm here to give you something to watch before you get into your football Sunday. So please, if you haven't already, follow our channels: TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all that. Got the Yankees behind me. You already know I'm a Yankees fan. But yeah, follow. If you check out the Instagram, we give out parlays. They didn't hit this week, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. If you've seen my face before, probably seen it on one of these two channels here or on Morning Combat. Who knows? But main card minute on your left, one more round fights on your right. Please hit the QR code and subscribe to both our channels. If you like the watch alongs, if you like live bets, if you like all that good stuff that makes you good money, please subscribe to the main card minute below. That's right there. And if you love fat plus picks, you love sneaky dogs, hit that one right there. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. But yeah, if you have some wins, you want to email the show, let us know how much you made. Hit us up, send it over, send your name, send a pic of your winnings to onemoreroundfights@gmail.com. Shout out to our sponsor, Dubby. Use promo code one more round at dubby.gg for 10% off your purchase. Yeah, wellness, products, tinctures, all that stuff. Go to Dubby. And that's it for my intro here. Let's see. Main card minute in the house. What's good? Let's go. Let's go. Tazrikio, what's good? Shout out. Shout out. What's good? Main card showing some love. Like the video and subscribe, motherfuckers. Yeah, you heard it. You heard it. I got a little sponsor. Yeah. Yeah, a little 10% off. A little 10%. Let's get it. Let's get it, you know. Secret, you could do the same thing, Luke. I'll shoot you a text about it after. But yeah, it's sick, but it's not sick. It's sick, but it's not sick. But without further ado, let's get into it. I'm gonna start off quickly with this. I'm hey. Usually I wait like a segment or two, but I'm kicking it off early. Now, my fighter spotlight was going to be Cameron Smotherman. A little green. So I decided somebody that's well on their career. For my spotter, let's redo that. For my fighter spotlight of the week this week, I've decided to do the man that led the card, the man that had a great performance, the man that was looking like he was going to a decision, but pulled out a finish because he just had an opponent that was ready to get out of there. I'm talking about Anthony Fluffy Hernandez. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez is my fighter spotlight of the week, and he deserves it. He deserves it, man. Let's talk about Anthony Fluffy Hernandez real quick. All right. Trains out of MMA Gold and Marin Nobles MMA in El Dorado Hills, California. He wrestled in high school, but he got kicked off the team for bad grades. Then he eventually went to college and dropped out because he didn't like it. He wanted to pursue a career in mixed martial arts, like most of our favorite heroes in the sport. His birthday is October 18th, 1993. He fought on October 19th, and I don't think they mentioned that on the card. Happy birthday to you, Anthony Hernandez. I'm a fellow Libra myself. My birthday was on the 13th. Your birthday being on the 18th, we have a lot in common already. Congrats on the win. Congrats on your birthday. I'm hoping you got to spend your winnings on something dope. He's 31 years of age. He's a 6'0" middleweight. I don't know why I have lightweight written here. That's kind of crazy. But he's 13-2, 3 KOs, 8 submissions, Shouldn't that be 4 KOs now? No, it's still 3. Yeah, okay. Oh, I see why. Yeah, it's 3 KOs, 8 submissions, and 1 no contest. The no contest being a fight with Jordan Wright, and it was originally a KO for Anthony Hernandez, but it was overturned after he tested positive for marijuana. We joking? It's illegal in most states. What are we doing? But anyways, yeah. So a legitimate KO win for Anthony Fluffy Hernandez was overturned because he tested positive for marijuana. Can we love him anymore? Can we? Come on. He's given Diaz. He's given O'Malley. He's given Starr already. I love it. I fucking love it. And he's a Contender Series veteran. So you know the UFC loves to push these Contender Series guys. You know, Jamal Hills, the Sean O'Malley's, you know, the guys that they see a little value in that they can push quickly to the top and make some star value out of them. And Fluffy looks like one of those guys, let me tell you. Yeah, Contender Series 10. I was saying that a KO win over Jordan Wright was originally a win for Hernandez on Contender Series, but they overturned it because of his positive marijuana test. I wouldn't be surprised if he's a little smacked while he was in there. Helps you fight. I love training while smoke, you know, little puff puff right before I go in. It makes you feel everything a little better, lets you settle in nicely. But yeah, other things about Anthony Fluffy Hernandez. He won the vacant LFA middleweight championship before fighting on Contender Series. Guess who he beat? None other than top middleweight contender Brendan Allen. Yeah, he's a win over Brendan Allen. Fast track this dude. We already have a rematch waiting to happen, which he doesn't need to take because he's already beaten Brendan Allen, and this would be a fight that Brendan Allen definitely would want. But yeah, Fluffy has a win over Brendan Allen. So I hope we can get that footage and show some of that when we get his nice highlight package showing in his next fight, because that's something we should definitely be highlighting. Now, he did lose to Marcus Monkey Man Perez in his UFC debut after he had won on Contender Series, but it was turned to a no contest. So, you know, he did get a little skid after coming into the UFC, but then he picked up a win right after that. He beat Park Jun Young, who also, if you haven't noticed, just beat Brad Tavares a couple weeks ago. Couple sneaky wins on his record that look pretty nice. Just saying. A little Brendan Allen early, a little Park Jung Young in a co-main event spot. He beat that guy by anaconda choke. Yeah, anaconda choke. It was a unanimous decision over Brendan Allen, but an anaconda choke win in his second fight in the UFC over Park Jung Young. And that was in China. So he went over to China and beat this dude's ass in his backyard. Just saying, a little gangster. Gotta love it. Giving Diaz. Just saying. And then he had a fight against Kevin Holland. That was on the Overeem versus Harris card in Jacksonville, Florida. He lost in the very first round. He got jumped on early. Kevin Holland was streaking at the time. This is peak Kevin Holland. We're talking 2020. So this is right at Kevin Holland's rise, right before he tore off a bunch of wins off of Joaquin Buckley, Darren Stewart, Charlie Ontiveros, Ronaldo Souza. Yeah. And this was after his middleweight reign of beating Gerald Mearshart, Alessio Di Chirico, and John Phillips, and going to a decision with Thiago Santos. So this was like peak Kevin Holland that he went up against, and he got KO'd in the first 39 seconds of round one. So, yeah. And then since then, Anthony Fluffy Hernandez has beaten Rodolfo Vieira at UFC 258 with a performance of the night bonus, submission, submitted a way accoladed black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Somebody well respected. He submitted him in his own art in MMA, but still. Then he beat Josh Fremd, another submission guy. So he's proving he can out grapple the grapplers. Beat Josh Fremd, the unanimous decision in Jacksonville, Florida, again to avenge his loss to Kevin Holland. Then he beats power bar Marc-Andre Barriault. Technical submission, arm triangle choke. Barriault didn't really get finished at the time, so that was pretty good. Then he takes out Edmund Shabazian, who was looking like he was starting to come back and do some good stuff. He was looking like he was about to, because he just beat Dalcha Lungiambula, and then he lost to Hernandez and then beat Dobson. So this was like the best he was looking since his early career in the UFC. So he beats Shabazian. Then he beats Roman Kopylov early this year in February. Performance of the night bonus. Nice little sub. Rear naked choke. UFC 298. And then he gets the win that we just seen yesterday. Let's talk about that. The day after this man's birthday, he goes out there and beats the absolute fucking brakes off Michel Pereira. Michel Pereira got smacked up. Michel Pereira didn't look comfortable in this fight, not 1 second. He probably lost every single second of this fight, probably. He was getting beat up. There's a chance that he won round 1. There's a chance that Pereira won round 1, but I don't think he did. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez beat him up round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4. He didn't get the takedown round 1. I think he shot about 6 times and didn't get a single one in round 1. He might have got one right at the end, but round 2 he gets one. Round 3 he gets one. Round 4 he gets one. Round 5 he gets one. And most of the time when he gets it, the fight stays there. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez beats the crap out of Michel Pereira, cuts him up over his right eye, bloodies him up, beats him up, makes him tired, makes him look like he wants to get out of there in round 2, 3, and 4. I thought the fight was going to end multiple times, multiple submissions, multiple big strikes, multiple elbows. But that's not what happened. Michel Pereira survives till the very end. And then I think it was Herb Dean. Herb Dean's like, I don't know, man. You're getting your ass kicked. So in 2 minutes and 22 seconds to round 5, he steps in. Anthony Hernandez collects his second consecutive performance of the night bonus, and he beats Michel Pereira by 5th round TKO. What a win by Anthony Fluffy Hernandez, with wins over Michel Pereira, a streaking 8-fight win streak, Michel Pereira, by the way. Wins over Brendan Allen, wins over Park Jung-young. You gotta say that this guy's gonna get a good fight next. You got to say he's going to get a good fight next. Now, let's take a little gander at these UFC rankings to see what we should get for him, as we like to do for our beloved fighters here. He just took out number 14, Michel Pereira. So, Anthony Hernandez, welcome to the top 15. You deserve it, my friend. He's looking up from here. I think Chris Curtis has a fight booked. Khamzat Chimaev has a fight booked. We got Jack Hermanson. Absolute perfect fight. Jack Hermanson, ranked at number 11. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez, grappler. Jack Hermanson, grappler. Both have fun striking if they don't use their grappling. That is a fantastic next step, easy first step matchup for Anthony Hernandez to fight next. I love that fight. I don't even want to look at anything above that. I think that fight is absolutely perfect. But if we did look above, we got Roman Dolidze. That's a fun fight. We got the Brendan Allen rematch. He probably looks right over Brendan Allen if I'm him. I look right at Jared Cannonier. I look right at Marvin Vettori. Those are the 3. We have Jack Hermanson next. That's who we should fight next. And then if he wins, he's a top 10 ranked guy after that. Then we give him a top 10er to see if he belongs there. So we either give him Dolidze, Cannonier, Vettori, even though we got to see that Vettori Allen matchup. So maybe the winner of Vettori Allen. But and then after that, we see if he can hang with the top 5. We see if he's cut from that cloth. But the perfect next fight for him is Jack Hermanson. And I don't think Jack Hermanson has a fight lined up. I don't think he has a fight lined up. Look at that. Yep. He does not have a fight lined up, coming off of a win over Joe Pyfer. Big win for him. So if he turned back another young guy, hey, look at me, matchmaking. Look at me. Let's go. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez and Jack Hermanson. That's what I want to see next. Yep. And that is my fighters spotlight of the week. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez, you deserve it, brother. Happy birthday and enjoy your wins. Spend it on something nice. You probably like guns. You look like a guy that likes guns. So no offense, but yeah, you look like a guy that likes that stuff. So maybe get yourself something nice. Let's see comments before we get into this UFC card real quick. He looks good in the first minute. That's about it. Yeah, Pereira didn't look really great. Fluffy versus Allen, then one more for a title shot. That could be the fast track path. I like that, Dave. I like that for the fast track path. If Allen won him and Fluffy would have been a good title eliminator, yeah, that would have been great. You could have really fast tracked him. It would have really been like, all right, we have a couple guys, but then you also have Kyle Barajo, so shit gets crazy here. Pay his strike totals by round 15, 2, 3, 3, and 1. Thanks, Daz. That's fucking terrible. I'm not gonna lie, that's so bad. He basically gave up after round 1. He was like, yeah, I got nothing. Fluff versus Hamzat or Kyle would be fire. I kind of like that too. If Hamzat wins or loses, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I kind of like that. Kyle would be a good one. I didn't think of that. He's a good one too. But I kind of feel like he's looking up rather than down. I don't think he wants to fight behind him right now. I know I wouldn't want to. I know. Fuck that. If Hamzat doesn't get Fluff after round 1, whoops. Yeah, it's gonna be a problem because he looks like a cascade of power that doesn't stop. So yeah, fuck all that noise. Jack also fun. Yeah, you noticed that, right? I was seeing that in the fight a couple times that he was trying that Joker team. He was trying to get around the back and then slide down into that guillotine, but it wasn't working for some reason. I guess Michel just had the perfect defense for that. I don't know. Versus Pereira. That's what he meant. Who boy. No, you're good. You're good. All right. And let's get into this UFC card. Let's talk about the UFC 299 results. Let's talk about these assholes. These assholes that lost me money. Some of these guys won me some money. We'll get into that a little later. But coming soon on this week's wins. Co-main event, Rob Font gets the upset. Not really an upset because he's much higher ranked than Kyler Phillips. So the odds were kind of weird on this, but Rob Font upsets Kyler Phillips. He gets a unanimous decision, 29-28, 29-28, 29-28. Proves at 37 years old that this old Puerto Rican dog still got it. Yeah, he was using the more powerful strikes. He figured out at the end of round 1 that he could land harder. So he came out in round 2, landed the better strikes, kept that game plan for round 3, and the judges saw it that he won that fight. And I saw it that way too. He just was landing the better strikes. Kyler was slowing down, very labored. And, when he got out of the way, he was still getting hit with a little bit of those strikes. So it kind of counted. So Kyler just needs to work on a couple things before he's ready for the top of the division. He's going to be a good prospect in the future, but it's not his time just yet. So maybe match him up with another young guy to see who's the next up-and-comer that's going to be doing, big things in the division. Rob Font, on the other hand, where does he go from here? Give him Mario Bautista. Somebody's got to take that guy out, and I think Rob can do it. Give him Mario Bautista. Screw him. Let's see. Oh yeah, I agree with that very much. I think Rob was undervalued for sure. I'm choosing to work out instead of surfing. For what it's worth, I respect that. I used to surf too, so love that. But I need to get back to working out too. I got the heavy bag set up outside. Maybe I'll do something today. Maybe a little something before football starts. Who knows? All my homies hate Mario Bautista, So feed him to Rob Font. Rob Font will take care of that for us. He'll be that old vet that puts some hands on him. He'll land some big strikes on him late, give him some payback for Aldo. Let's do it. Give him Rob Font. But Yeah, so Raufeon should get a good fight after this. Hopefully it's Mario. And then Charles Johnson beats Sumadair. Charles Johnson, honestly, the wrong judges were in there, he would have lost this fight 29-20, 28-29. Because Sumadair, I was feeling was winning that third round, and I was getting scared. I was like, damn, bro, is he about to win this fight? But Charles Johnson pulled it out. Thankful. The purple shorts goes 3-1 on 2024. 3-1 purple shorts. The lone loser being Brendan Allen. Brendan Allen, a big theme of today's. Who thought this Sunday we'd be talking about Brendan Allen so much? But yeah, Charles Johnson gets the decision win. He should be getting a good fight next at flyweight. What do we got for Charles Johnson? What are the implications for Charles Johnson? It's surprising that he's not top 15, honestly. And I could see that after this fight, he gets ranked right behind Tszyu Recap at 15. Because I don't know how Matt Schnell has a 15 spot, but yeah, he does. So probably bounce Matt Schnell out of there, give the 15 to my boy Charles Johnson, and let him fight Cody Durden. Let him fight a Bruno Silva. Let him fight a Tim Elliott. That would be a fun fight. Charles Johnson, Tim Elliott, fireworks. I like that. I like that. Even Manel Cott. I like that. Yeah, that's a fun fight. I dig that. Give me some of that. Give me some of that. Please, can I have some more? Give me some more, sir. And then my boy, Cameron motherfucking Smotherman. Cameron Smotherman. Shout out to the Camerons out there. Cameron Smotherman, baby. I hope you listened. I hope you tailed. I got you. I got you. I'll make you money. I got you. Don't worry. If nobody else got you, I got you. Gaff cares if don't nobody else care. Okay? Cameron Smotherman defeats Jake Hadley 30-26, 29-27, 29-27. Groin kick and eye poke in round 2 gets my boy Chris Tione to deduct a point. Cameron Smotherman now up 2-0. It's impossible for Jake Hadley to win this fight without a finish. And we get the win, baby. Glad if you tailed. More to come on that in this week's wins. I just wanted to, get past that quick because we'll talk about it later. And then Darren Elkins defeats Daniel Pineda. I thought Elkins would win. I was just a little scared because it is a sketchy fight, a nice split decision fight. But it ended up being unanimous. Darren Elkins, 29-28 across the board, beats Daniel Pineda, takes him down multiple times, beats him up with some elbows, almost finishes him with a couple, I think it was rear nakeds and head and arm chokes. So he's proven that he's still got a little in that old tank. Don't sleep on Darren Elkins. He put him in against the right guy, and he'll send some guys to hell. That boy is a beast. That boy is a beast. The implication. I was here, Dennis Reynolds. Yanez versus Phillips. Talking about that. What the fuck? I keep missing it. Yo, I can't hit the fucking thing. It won't. Yo, hold up. I'm trying to get this up, but it won't. There it is. Yanez versus Phillips. Font versus another one. Another young one. Font seems to be a high-level gatekeeper. Yeah, he seems to be really good at being at the top of the division and turning people back. Yanez versus Phillips is a great next fight. I like that. Somebody that is willing to throw hands and land powerful strikes versus somebody that's won a point fight. We'll see who comes out on top in that one. I dig that one. Yeah, and that eye poke was real bad with Smotherman. It was real bad. But he pulled through. It was a long one. He took the whole 5 minutes, too. The whole fucking 5 minutes. I got you. I got you. I got you. You already know. You already know. We're here to make money. That's what we do here. And then the prelims. Real quick. Tszyu Recap beats Matheus Nicolau. We kind of saw that coming. 29-28 across the board. Nicolau kind of stole around in round 2, but then Recap, sealed it off in round 3. Gene Matsumoto beat Brad Katona. I'm sorry if you tailed. It was a close one. It should have been a split, but it was unanimous. But yeah, 29-28. They gave it to Matsumoto. I thought Katona did enough to win it in that round 3. Took him down, got on top, landed strikes. But hey, they gave it to the undefeated guy, and the undefeated guy stays undefeated. What can you do? Brad Katona picks up an L, and so do we. Jocelyn Edwards missed weight, fought this fight at a catch weight of 139, but she wins with a submission A crank over Tamires Vidal at 4 minutes and 33 seconds of round 3. So the fight was almost over, 27 seconds left, and she finished it. She was the only other finish on this card besides the main event. So yeah. And then the women's strawweight, Elise Reed defeat Jessica Penne, unanimous decision. Sorry if you tailed that. Penne was looking good in that round 1. She took round 1 for sure. But then Elise Reed came on and stole in rounds the 2 and 3 and just sealed it off. Elise Reed gets the win. Biggest win of her career over a pioneer, not a UFC legend, an Invicta legend, but not a UFC legend. So shout out to Jessica Penne. If she does retire, a fantastic career. Great wars in Invicta, former Invicta champ, great war with Michelle Waterson, great fights against Randa Marcos, Joanna in a championship fight. She gritted it out, great fights against top contender Lupita Godinez. Great career for Jessica Penne. So whatever she decides to do after this fight, I support her in every way, even if it's OnlyFans. And Melissa Martinez defeats, speaking of OnlyFans, Alice Ardelian. Unanimous decision. Ardelian, weird with this fight because she was on the books. They had Alice Ardelian minus 270 for a majority of this fight. And I was tempted to take it. I should have taken Melissa Martinez at the time. But I wanted to take Alice Ardelian at the beginning of the fight. So I was like, oh, feeling good about this bet. She might have won, but I was, FOMO because I didn't put the bet in. And then Melissa Martinez won by unanimous decision 30-27. I was like, what? I'm like, that fight was a steal. I hope people won money on that. But yeah, Melissa Martinez gets the win. And then Austin Lane, I'm so sorry if you tailed. I'm so sorry if you listen to me again. Robelis de Spagna on the no fucking parlay list. Fuck you, Robelis. You're out of here. I'm done with you. Austin Lane gets the unanimous decision win, 29-28. Yeah, Robelis has 0 takedown defense. Has 0 chance of winning the fight if it gets out of the first round. Has 0 chance of me ever betting on him again. Has 0 chance of being a top contender. Has 0 chance of being anything but a fun fighter. Has 0 chance of having anything but a ceiling of being a Derek Lewis. No offense to Derek Lewis. You caught a stray there. But I love Derek Lewis. So yeah. I mean, you could still have a great career, Robelis, but those holes were not patched up, and it doesn't look like they will be. You kind of look like you're always going to be this guy. Because at heavyweight, there's not a lot of growing. There's not a big curve for growing in heavyweight. So I'm sorry, Robelis. Sorry for the disrespect, but you kind of deserve it because what the fuck, man? I was riding from my French guys. And you blew it. You fucking blew it. I mean, Cuban. My bad. I was riding for my big boys. His name is the Big Boy from Cuba, Taekwondo. I was like, this guy's got it. After that KO of Josh Parisian, this guy's got. I'm going way too long on this guy. You know what? Whatever. Robelis de Spagna, no more. And that's it for Vegas 99 results. I'm done with him. I don't ever want to talk about him again. Austin did not know the assignment. He did not know. He was like, oh, no, this is going to be my big win. It's my night. And apparently, even if it's only fans, hey, Alice is a star on there. Alice is a star on there. And Jessica could be if she wanted to. So, Robelis versus Only Strikers. Yeah, this is what we need with him. We need him to be Derek Lewis. Don't put him in against anybody that could take him down. We need him against the strikers, and let's have some fun fights. Jairzinho's, Derek Lewis, not Poatan. Poatan will take his lunch so quick. Poatan will take him down. It'll look like fucking Ngannou gone. Okay? Let's just have fun. Old Bob Sapp. That is exactly what he reminds me of. Old Bob Sapp. All right, moving on. PFL Battle of the Giants happened. PFL Battle of the Giants happened. We want some money. If you listen to some of my picks, you want some money. I didn't though, because I'm an idiot and threw a freaking minus 1800 favorite just to beef up my parlays, and that minus 1800 favorite lost. I don't even want to talk about that fight. I may just go right past that, honestly. But let's go over the card from from top to bottom. Francis Ngannou defeats Renan Ferreira. Round one, punches. It barely makes it over the over half a round. 3 minutes and 32 seconds into round one. Takes him down. Ground and pounds him up against the fence. Big shots. Big shots. Gets him underneath the armpit. Gets him over the shoulder. Knocks his ass out. Told y'all, Renan Ferreira should be 13-6. I don't know how the hell anybody would have thought he was winning this fight. I told you Ngannou was going to make it quick. Well, I didn't think he was going to make it quick, but I told you Ngannou was going to win this. I told you. There's no way he was losing this fight to that guy. So, yeah, Francis Ngannou gets the win. No need to talk about it anymore. He walked in there, did what we expected him to do, and he got the KO. Thank you, Ngannou. Shout out to Main Card Minute. Shout out to Luke because he won money on that. Shout out to the mystery bet because it cashed on that. And if you know, you know. And then moving on, told you Cyborg would do it. Told you Cyborg is the GOAT. Cyborg gets a belt in every promotion she's ever been in. Chris Cyborg wins unanimous decision 49-46, 49-46, 49-46. Chris Cyborg is our PFL featherweight champion. Let's go. Chris Cyborg, what an illustrious career she has. My Lord. My Lord. Look at the right column of her goddamn wiki. Strikeforce Championship. Invicta Championship. UFC Championship. Bellator Championship. PFL Championship. She's fucking Thanos, y'all. She got every belt in her fucking glove right here. She got fucking Invicta right here. She got Strikeforce right here. Bellator right here. UFC right here. And she just added her fucking thumb. Thumbs up, Cyborg. You fucking added that PFL belt to the fucking mantle. What a win. Larissapacheco, a young Cyborg. She has a lot to learn from her. She has a lot to add to her game because Cyborg said, "This is MMA, honey. I'm going to take your ass down." Huge takedowns by Cyborg. Big double legs. Big body locks. She was using all her tools to her advantage. Great clinch work. Keeping it close. Using her elbows. Keeping her pressed up so Larissa couldn't land any big strikes. Big win for Cyborg. I'm so happy for her. She has done everything she wanted to do in every promotion. She deserves, honestly, take some time off. You should only fight once a year and it should be for big money. And right now, go do a movie. Go do a movie, Cyborg. Go do a Fast and Furious 55 or whatever the fuck. Do a goddamn another MMA fighting movie because we put another one out every 3 years. Do something like that. You deserve to take some time. Do a fucking Netflix series or something. Take some time off. You deserve it. Enjoy the spoils. You know, the fruits of your labor. Pick all them fucking fruits and eat them right now because you deserve it. This is the time to make your most money. And I was so happy to see it. Chris Cyborg, my consensus female MMA GOAT. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She has won a belt everywhere she's gone. She has a couple hiccups, but every great champion has a hiccup and comes back from it. A la GSP, a la John Jones, a la Anderson Silva, a la Daniel Cormier, a la Henry Cejudo. All these guys had a hiccup, came back, and girls had a hiccup, Amanda Nunes, all of them had a hiccup, came back, and became better for it. And that's the mark of a true champion. Shout out to Cyborg. What a win. And then Johnnyeblen picks up a nice win over Fabianedwards. Unanimous decision win 48-47. I saw 49-46, but the judges saw 48-47. Whatever. We saw this coming. Eblen decision machine, like Luke said. Thanks for the pick, Luke. Took your pick on Eblen decision, and it cashed. And Fabian Edwards, he did what an Edwards does. He looked bad at wrestling the entire fight until the last round, where he put an onslaught on and looked like he, was on his way to maybe trying to get it finished, but fell short. And Fabian Edwards lost the second title shot. Probably won't be getting another one for a very long time unless he strings a crazy win streak together or somebody else wins the belt off Eblen. That's just how the game goes. This is MMA. Then the biggest upset on the card, Zafar Mohsen beats Hussein Khadima. Who cares? Because he lost. He lost all our money at minus 1,800. Who cares? Unanimous decision, 30-27. The German, Zafar Mohsen. What a win. Zafar Mohsen deserves a spotlight because the German came in there as a huge underdog and won at least somebody some money. I know nobody won on him. Somebody had to win on him. So Zafar Mohsen, shout out to you. Big win. You should be getting a nice win at featherweight, a nice fight at featherweight next. And then Paul Hughes, big upset over ajmckee. I did not see this coming. ajmckee looked slow. ajmckee looked out of sorts. ajmckee looked like he needed to work on his striking some more. ajmckee looked like he needed to work on his wrestling some more. ajmckee lost to Paul Hughes. Unanimous decision, 29-28. 29-28. And oh, sorry, it was split. Somebody gave him a 28-29. Somebody had it for AJ. It was a split. But yeah, Paul Hughes gets the win. Paul Hughes setting himself for a big fight, the biggest win of his career. ajmckee, the biggest loss of his career. Mainly because of who he lost to and the stage he's at in his career. I mean, losing to Patricio Pitbull, a consensus GOAT, is not a bad L on your record, but losing to Paul Hughes towards the end of your career, seemingly, it's not a good look. Not a good look. Even though it's a split, it's not a good look. He's going to need to get a nice win and a finish in his next fight. So hopefully he gets a good fight next. And then the last fight that I'm going to talk about is raufeonstots defeat Marcus Breno. Great win for raufeonstots. Shout out to my boy Raufeon. Very nice dude. Met him one time. Raufeon got pieced up in round one. First half of round one, I thought he was going to get knocked out. Got dropped, got stunned, got put up against the fence and was taking more big shots. And I was like, if he doesn't get this takedown, this is over. Shot for the takedown, looked sloppy, looked like he didn't have his wits about him. And I was like, fuck, man. Raufeon's going to kill all the parlays. But Raufeon, second half of round one, figures out what to do, gets his range, puts him up against the fence, works for a takedown, gets the takedown, stays on top, doesn't win the round, but moral victory because he ends that round on top. Figures out his game plan, executes in round 2 and 3, then starts landing the bigger strikes in round 3 as well. Raufeonstots gets the takedown, finally, gets on the back, and sinks in a rear naked choke with 3 minutes and 1 second elapsed in round 3. So 2 minutes left in the round, just under 2 minutes, and Raufeonstots gets the submission win. Let's fucking go, baby. You couldn't take the prop. He was a minus 500 favorite, so that's all you won on. He was definitely a parlay piece for everyone. But yeah, Raufeonstots gets the win. And that's my coverage of PFL Battle of the Giants. Also, Mashreep Zaniakov beats Dedrick Sanders, unanimous decision. Ibragimov beats Nacho Campos, unanimous decision. And Bendude beats Tariq Ismail by triangle choke. I called that because Bendude originally was fighting someone else, and I had the other guy as the favorite, and then that guy dropped out, and then this guy hopped in, and then he became the favorite, and I was like, no, it was a close fight in the last one. So, but Bendude was getting his ass kicked the entire fight, throws up a triangle, Hail Mary in round 2 after getting his ass kicked for most of the fight, and then gets the win. And yeah, that was PFL. That was cool. Let's see. Ngannou the GOAT, I was tearing up on the post-fight speech. Yeah, he avenged his son's death. So shout out to Ngannou. Well, not avenged, but you know what I mean. He got a moral victory. This championship was for his son. This win is for his son going back to MMA. So shout out to Francis. Big win for him. Those shots on the ground had me cringing. I can't imagine taking those. Yeah, those were pretty beast. Ngannou was pounding his fucking head into the mat. It was pretty crazy. Was the night minus 1,800 Kadima? Yeah, that guy. It was that guy. The lone loser on the main card. the lone guy that I got wrong on the main card, besides ajmckee. But yeah, screw that guy. Also, Ngannou, never seen somebody who won look so sad after winning. Emotions spilled out. Yeah. He probably had a lot going through his mind at the time. Definitely, such a big moral win for him. Cyborg, you already know, y'all. Cyborg, just how good is Amanda Nunes? Really good. She knocked out Cyborg. But I have a feeling that if they fought a second time, that fight looks different. But yeah. Chris's resume is unrivaled. Save her loss to Nunes, yeah. Because I mean, come on. Yeah. Paulhughes winning was great for the PFL. Probably only fighter with some hype they've gotten. Yeah, might as well if AJ had all the juice squeezed out of him, and you weren't going to do anything else with him because they were giving him these shit fights like Clay Collard and Spike Carlisle. I'm like, what are you doing? You got to give him title fights. You got to give him big fights. It's ajmckee. But they weren't doing that, so I figured that something like this would happen. I just didn't know it would happen against Paulhughes, somebody who'd only beaten Jordan Vucenic, UFC prospect. So I was just like, what? This didn't make sense. Let's go, better late than never. Van Dude versus Ishmael was like Silver Sun ending. Yeah, that fight where he was just beating his ass for the whole fight. We were like, wow, Sonnen's about to be the champion, and out of nowhere, boom. That's actually the fight that pretty much got me into MMA. Yeah, it's pretty much that fight. I think he died from it was just sudden. I think they just walked in and he wasn't breathing. And then just some what ups in the chat, some what ups in the chat. Showing some love. All right, moving on. So I don't take up too much of your time. Tim Tszyu gets upset, gets pounded out. Round 3 by Murtazaliev. Huge upset. Huge. I was watching the fight myself. And he was getting hammered away, man. Round 1, probably a Tszyu round. He was doing a little Tszyu stuff. Pushing him back, landing his jab, landed across at the right moment. It was close. Round 2, Murtazaliev put these hands on Tszyu. My Lord. Drops him. Ref gives him the count. Checks the gloves. Sends him back out there. Pop. Puts him again at the end of round 2. Puts him down again. Tszyu's getting back to the corner, all jelly-legged. He finally sits down on the stool. I'm like, he better come off the stool looking better. He does. He comes off the stool looking a little better. And then Murtazaliev says, these hands are right here still, right? And gets him out of there. Drops him again. I'm like, all right, if Tszyu can get out of this, if he gets out of this first knockdown, if he gets out of this, he has a chance to win this fight still. That's not what happened. Murtazaliev uses that big right hand, puts him up against the ropes, starts landing big shots. Tszyu hasn't gone down yet. Pop. Big Daddy Tszyu throws the towel in. Fight over. Round 3. Corner stoppage. Tim Tszyu gets defeated by Bakram Murtazaliev. A lot of people lost money. I did too. I don't know if we get a rematch. I don't know how much time Tim Tszyu takes off. I don't know what happens after that. But it was a fun fight for as long as it lasted. And thank you, Tim Tszyu. But Bakram Murtazaliev, he's legit. He's legit. These Eastern European boys in boxing. These Murtazalievs, these better beeves, these boys are coming through. They got hammers with them, and they're willing to bang. So watch out. Watch out. What a win. And then other news in boxing, real quick. before we get into our fun stuff, real quick, uh, big result. Yoenis Tellez defeats Joan Gonzalez, 7th round TKO. Looking good. I accidentally tuned into the fight and accidentally called him Nico Ali Walsh because he's wearing the white shorts. He had the cornrows. I was like, wait, is that? I was like, oh, wait, that's Tellez? Oh, crap. Tellez gets that 7th round TKO at junior middleweight. He was on the undercard of that Tszyu Murtazaliev fight on Prime Video. He was the co-main. And then, gets the big win. And then moving on to next week's boxing, just to throw in a couple key dates so everybody keeps up to date because boxing can fall under the radar. So I decided to start adding this to the other boxing notables of the week. Coming up, October 26th, Manchester, England on DAZN. We have Jack Catterall versus Regis Prograis, 12 rounds at junior welterweight. And then the week after, 2 weeks after, we have November 9th in Philadelphia on DAZN. We have a title fight. Jaron Boots Ennis versus Karen Chukadjian. 12 rounds for Ennis's IBF welterweight title. That's what we have upcoming in boxing. And that'll do it for other boxing notables. And now. Hey, you know what? Hold on. Let's get to these last comments. Can anyone see this? We can. We can. Bro, I've been messaging the entire stream. None of them were showing up. Just switched to my phone and now they're showing up. Man, weird. That is kind of weird. Sorry, Luke. That's what happens sometimes. Dad's giving you some love. Oh, we had to restart the chat. Yeah. Sometimes YouTube is weird like that. I don't know. Lazy made me realize I said what to him, and he was like, message me if you're still here. He's like, what the hell? Maybe I have no internet. What happened? All right. Moving on to our motherfucking favorite segment of the week. Oh, yeah. It wasn't a bountiful one. It wasn't about quantity this week. It was about quality picks. And quality showed up for sure this week. In this week's wins, let's go. This week's wins, our favorite segment, because we show where the money, how the sausage is made, and what the sausage turned into. And it was fucking delicious this week. It was fucking delicious. I had to throw out most of the product, a lot of rancid meat, but the few sausages we did make, they're fucking world class, baby. They're fucking world class. All right, let's get into it. First, let's get into some PFL Battle of the Giants. I'm sorry if you took my parlays. I'm sorry. We got screwed on ajmckee. Everything else would have hit. Yeah, what can you do? Ngannou TKO would have hit. Cyborg would have hit. Eblen decision would have hit. Eblen straight up would have hit. Everything would have hit. It's just ajmckee. Got us good. But what can you do? And then we ended up going with Eblen. Thank you, Luke, from the main card minute. Eblen decision. Yeah, baby, turned nice little 150 into 330. Something light. Something to work with going into the Cyborg fight. Something light. I wish I could do it on both apps, but since PFL has a deal with DraftKings, they are not on FanDuel. They are only on DraftKings, so that's the only place I was able to put my bets in. So we made a nice little chunk of change there. We doubled our money. Then I rolled it into the Cyborg fight. I didn't put all of it. I'm not that crazy. I just put a little. Then I did Cyborg plus 100. I wanted to take her plus 120. I ended up missing it because I just wasn't paying attention. I had to go feed my dog at the time. This happened around 6 o'clock. And then I wasn't able to get my bet in. The fight had just started and nobody was truly winning the fight yet. So it was still pretty even money. I seen it drop from minus Cyborg money to plus 100 and grabbed it right then. And that is the lowest it would get to because Cyborg would end up winning this fight. Let's go. Plus 100 Cyborg. Another nice little 150. Left a little money on the table. Would have won 330. So I left $30 on the table if I had got her at plus 120. But what can you do? That's the game we play. Let's go, Eblen. Shout out to my boy Luke. Let's go. Free money. I told you, baby, free money. That's what we like. And then the parlay that I was able to put in after all my parlays had failed on ajmckee. I was like, fuck it. I'm not going to put this fucking Russian guy in because he might fuck me, which he ended up doing on all the other parlays. But on this parlay, I decided to keep it player. I didn't want to put Cyborg in because I really needed to win a parlay. So this is what I did. I did 150 again because 150 was the winning number on PFL for me. 150 Eblen over 3.5 in the co-main, and francisngannou money line plus 240. 150 on it to win 510, half a grand. Let's go, baby. PFL ends up being a success, even though all my parlays hit. I lost 250 on PFL on my parlays, but my solos, and I lost another 100 on AJ on my solo. But count it up, baby. Count it up. You know, made 150 here, made 150 here, made 350 there. We end up 300 on the event. Let's go. Let's go. Moving on. We went over to UFC. We had a terrible night. Not gonna lie. All my parlays didn't cash. Everything fucking got clapped up. Even my lock parlays got clapped up. Shout out to Robelis Despania. Shout out to Jessica Penne. Shout out to Brad Katona. Shout out to fucking Kyler Phillips. Shout out to Michel Pereira. All you guys ruined all my parlays. But worked out a good night for me on solos and singles, baby. Solos and singles were where it was at on UFC because Almabayev kicked me off real nice. Minus 215 favorite. I had him in a parlay, but I also wanted to take him straight. So I put another 150 is my number, huh? 150 was treating me nice. But 150 on that. Got a little $70 payoff. Walked away a winner. Didn't get to put it in on DraftKings. I was a little late on that. And the odds were way too high by the time I got there. He was like minus 400. I was like, nah, not worth it anymore. Minus 2 is the highest I like to go on a single. So went with that. Then I went over to my boy Darren Elkins to kick off the main card. I was like, yo, Darren, you got some money for me, my boy? He's like, you know it. You know it. Here you go. Oh, shit. Wrong one. Here you go. Darren Elkins. Put a little 125 on. I don't know why I didn't do 150 here. I did 125. Gave me a little $75 each time. A little $75 payoff. A little $85 payoff. Some light. Thank you, Darren Elkins. My boy, the damage, coming through again. You already know. Money bags. Gotta cash it. And then moving on deeper to the card, I was like, yo, Charles Johnson, I need some bread. Charles, I need some bread. Charles is like, all right, bro, because I'm in all your parlays, but we got some bums on the parlay with me, so, you know, it's not going to cash. I got you. So Charles gets me some bread. Gets me a little bread. I put 200 on Charles because he's such a big favorite. Minus 300. I was like, fuck it. I need to make at least $60 on this. At least $60. So Charles Johnson makes me a little $125. Appreciate you, Charles Johnson. Appreciate you, my boy. Purple Shorts wins again. 3-1 on the year. 3-1 on the year. Purple Shorts all day, baby. Always bet the Purple Shorts. If you see Purple Shorts on your fighter, bet him to win. Let's go. And then my crown jewel of the card. This is an ingenious play, my people. This is an ingenious play. This is diabolical how I did it. Not only did I go in, I went light, but I was like, you know what? No. When I go in, I go the fuck in. So not only did I go once, I did it last week. And I did it again, baby. I doubled down. Let's go, Smotherman. I told you guys, Smotherman. Look at the times. The fight starts at 7:45. People. Guess what time I got it in? First bet, 7:36, right after the last fight ended. I'm like, you know what? Let me put 6. I think I had like 359 in the account. I'm like, you know what? 59.46 on Smotherman. I'll do a little $60. Then I thought about it. I was like, no, fuck that. This guy is going to fucking win. This was my pick of the entire card. I knew he was going to win. So I fucking doubled down. And I went in. Yeah, baby. We did it again. Walked away with 500 on Smotherman on FanDuel. That's what we do. That's what we do. 5 times our money. You're welcome if you tailed. You're welcome. And not only did I do it on FanDuel, but your boy did it on DK too. Peep the times. Same time because I put them in on both apps. Oh, I cropped out the bottom one, but yeah, 736 as well. Same thing, did $60 as you can see, so I matched it. And then I went back in at 745 to do it again because I believe in my bets. I believe in my bets. And that's how we win. Cameron Smotherman. Shout out to Cameron. Shout out to my nephew, Cameron. Shout out to my godson, Cameron. Shout out to all the Camerons out there. If you're a Cameron, I like you. If you're a Cameron, you're good in my book. For the week, at least. So thank you, Cameron. DraftKings, FanDuel. DraftKings, FanDuel. DraftKings, FanDuel. Cameron Smotherman, thank you, my boy. You will be getting my bets from here on out. Welcome to the squad. Welcome to the roster. You're on the most betted. Oh, yeah. Let's go. And one of my biggest cashes of the year, one of my biggest cash fighters of the year, joining the ranks of Grant Dawson, joining the ranks of Brandon Royval. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate you. Joining the ranks of Renato Moicano, my boys. And then my last pick, another shout out to Long Island Luke, another shout out to the main card minute. He told me to hedge on I was going to double down on Kyler Phillips. I was going to do just him decision. And he's like, no, don't do that, bro. You got to put it on Rob. I think Rob's going to win. And I'm like, you know what, Luke? I trust your bets. So let's go, baby. 100 on Rob. Let's go. Both apps, baby. 1,100 coming back. 1,100 coming back. Not only do we have 2 people joining the ranks, just like we did last week, we got a whole 5 squad. We got a starting 5, baby. Renato Moicano, Brandon Royval, Grant Dawson, Cameron Smotherman, Rob Font, my starting 5 of the year. Each of these men have won me $1,000 this year. What a fucking 5. What a fucking 5. Thank you to those 5 gentlemen. Rob Font. Rob fucking Font. 5 boys, 5 grand, baby. This was this week's wins. If you cashed, you're welcome. If you missed out, you better watch Main Card Minute next week for UFC 308. You better watch the picks we put out this week. You better like, you better subscribe. You already know. The socials are down below. Hit it. Hit it, baby. Hit it. I'll leave that up for a little bit for you guys. And then if you have some wins to send the show, if you want to be featured, I'll show you next week. It doesn't matter when. We know what happened. We know who our big winners were. Email the show, onemoreroundfights@gmail.com. One more round fights @gmail.com. Yeah, baby. Yeah. I made a great pick year for Cameron's joke before and it never showed up. That's rough. That's rough. Elkins by decision was epic. Shout out to Peter on that too. Yep. Shout out to Peter. That was a nice pick. Chat was on fire. Chat was on fire that night. It was something like a big year for Cams, walking, running, beating Jake Hadley. Yeah, you already know. You already fucking know. Why is this shit so wonky? I had a Twitter hit plus 17, 5, like, oh my God. Really? I gotta hit a follow on Hannah FR. Whoa. Rob Font, the GOAT. You already know. You already know. Rob Font, let's go. Rob Font win got a lot of people paid. Yes, sir. A lot of people. Those odds were pretty crazy. They even convinced me that Kyler was on his roster at the top. I was like, oh, shit. Damn, Gav eating filet mignon this week. Shit, I'm eating filet mignon all month. Not just this week. This was a good-ass month for me. Between Moicano, between Grant Dawson, between Royval, between fucking and between Rob Font and Cameron Smotherman. Bro, what a week. Shakas all around. Shakas all a fucking round. Yes. That's why you listen to these guys. That's why you should follow the handles. Yeah. And that's why we love this segment, our favorite segment, This Week's Wins. Yeah, baby. All right. we don't have too much left. Last thing, we got picks on UFC 308, Topuria versus Holloway. Yes. All right. I'm going to go quick. Nothing crazy. I want to get you guys out. Enjoy your last hour before football starts. You know, get your shit ready, get your beers, go get whatever you got to do. So let me just go bottom to top. I got Farid Basharat over Victor Hugo. Definitely got that. Let me see the odds. Let me get these odds next to me too, so I can give you guys an accurate depiction. So it's not crazy. You're like, what? He's a fucking minus. He's a plus 250 underdog. What the fuck? Yeah, Farid's minus 470. Easy parlay ad. I don't see Victor Hugo having anything for him. Next, stay away from the Saeed Nurmagomedov Daniel Santos fight. Daniel Santos is like a little fucking Charles Oliveira, and Saeed Nurmagomedov is nothing like the other Nurmagomedovs. Do not let the name fool you. Do not let the name fool you. I'm warning you now. Then moving on, stay away from Dos Anjos, Jeff Neal. Dos Anjos could win this fight and should win this fight, but I think we should stay away. I think that fight is a trap fight. I think it could be Neal's coming out party saying, "Oh, I'm ready to fucking win here," but oh shit, Dos Anjos is the underdog. Hammer Dos Anjos. Dos Anjos is the underdog. Hammer Dos Anjos. Don't put him in any parlays. Take that as a straight. Dos Anjos straight up. Damn, I didn't know he's a plus 270 dog. That's crazy. All right. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then Sharbuten Magomedov versus Armin Petrosian. I got Magomedov. Don't throw him in the parlays, but I got Sharbuten. He's only a minus 180. It's definitely going to grow, so be careful. But if you want to add him in your parlays, you should do it now. But by the end of the week, it's going to grow. But this should be a close fight. So I just don't see Petrosian doing anything to win the fight. I just see a lot of crazy Magomedov strikes like he always does flashy shit to win the fight. Even if he gets taken down, he like throws up some crazy submissions. So I see him winning. Ankalaev, Rakic. Ankalaev should win, but Rakic has looked good this week, but the media always shapes somebody to look better than they already are. So who knows? I got Lerone Murphy over Dan Ige. Lerone Murphy over Dan Ige. Dan Ige's time has passed. Dan Ige's time has passed. A lot of pinks in his record as of late, and I don't see any for Lerone Murphy. And if undefeated fighters have taught me anything this week, it is that they will stay undefeated. That being said, I also will be taking Khamzat Chimaev. The undefeated fighters will stay undefeated. Look to Luke on the main card minute to give you a undefeated parlay and other prop parlays of the week. But yeah, the undefeated parlay should be good. Should be good. So it should be what is that? Sharbuten. The undefeated parlay would be Sharbuten, Lerone Murphy, Khamzat Chimaev. That's a solid parlay. I'll take that. And then obviously you probably have to throw in Topuria. I'm not going Topuria. I'm going Max Holloway. But if you want to throw the undefeated main card parlay, it's going to be Sharbuten, Lerone Murphy, Khamzat Chimaev, Ilya Topuria. But if you're doing the Gaff parlay, it's probably going to be Max Holloway, Khamzat Chimaev, Lerone Murphy, Farid Basharat. I can't bring myself to throw Sharbuten in the parlay. But I may do like an underdogs parlay, like a Rafael Dos Anjos, Rob Whittaker, Max Holloway. I might do one of those too. But yeah, those are my picks of the week. Look out for the graphic. I'll put that out on Saturday, maybe Friday, but on Saturday, I'll put out that graphic to give the real official main card. Main card minute will have some parlays, but also the official one more round fights parlay, high risk and low risk. So, let's see. Yeah, Gaff loves Max. I would never bet against him. Yeah, I'm not even putting in that undefeated parlay because I know it won't hit anyways. So whatever. I'm not picking against Max. Nah, no chance, Dave. I got you, Papa. I got you. No way I'm picking against him. Yeah, I got you, baby. Ain't no fucking way. He's considering Rakic as a fat dog. I'm considering him as well. He's looked good this week. He's looked big. He's looked like he's put on some more muscle, and he looks like he knows that this is his time to make a shot towards light heavyweight. He's looking for contenders to fight. He needs to make a statement. So this would be nice. And he already knows that he doesn't want to fight Ankalaev. So that's another nice little chip on Rakic's shoulder. Like, yo, man, I could knock this guy's block off and I could be the number one contender. And he would fight me. He just fought fucking Khalil. Nah, I could fight him. So Rakic is to be looked at as a good dog. Ank is so cursed, it's worth tossing money on Rakic. Yeah, every time he gets to that big fight, he fucks up. He got subbed by Paul Craig. He always fucks up right at the end. With you on Murphy. Let's go. Lerone Murphy all day. Lerone Murphy. Why was chat not working? I thought nobody was talking. I don't know. It's kind of weird. So torn on this Rob House fight. I just can't bring myself to. When it's an old champion like that, I just can't bring myself to be like, he's gonna come back around for one more, because there's always one fucking hungry lion in the ranks ready to fucking take their lunch right at the finish line. And I think it's Khamzat, because it's what Khamzat has been doing. He's done it to Usman. He's done it to Burns. He's done it. It's just what he like. He's got no. I can't bet against the guy with an O. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. Unless Max Holloway's in the fight. Lazy, I'm saying. Oh, wow. Happened to two people. Yeah, mad weird. Thought I got blackballed like a Derek Lewis cup. That's good. Former champ parlay, Whitaker and Holloway. I'll jump on that. I love that one. Two dogs. I love that. Let's see what those odds are right now. Let's play a little, it's plus 185 for Whitaker and plus 195 for Holloway at a whopping plus 740. Whitaker, Holloway. Can you see it? I can't. Fucking camera. Plus 7. It's hilarious. Plus 740. Plus 740. Just those two. Man, my left testicle for Max to get his belt back. I swear. I know, and I'm contradicting myself by saying I hate these old champions coming back around. What and getting, but he's not at the finish line before the title. He's at the title. There's a difference. Glover Teixeira pulled it off. So I'm saying before, like right before they one more win and they can fight for it, and they always fucking get chopped down right at the end. And I think it's gonna happen at Chimaev. So if you think I'm contradicting myself, I'm not. I'm just clarifying. I'm taking that personally for sure. Well, yeah. All right, guys, that does it for me. 75 minutes, something light. I want to get you guys out before football started. Thanks for showing up, chat. Appreciate you all for watching, showing love, all that. Shout out to our sponsor, w.gg. Oh, wait, let me get their fucking stupid lower. I mean, they're cool lower. Shout out to w.gg. Use code one more round for 10% off the products. You already know. Any other sponsors? Hit us up. I like a lot of things. I like CBD. I like THC. I like food. Shit, I like water. I like anything. You got a product? Send it over. Send us a code. I want to make money, and send us the product too. I want some free shit. So yeah, sponsors, hit us up. Again, follow the socials. We're making you money. What else do I gotta say? Main card minute. One more round. Hit us with some likes. Hit us with some subscribes. Hit us with some follows. Show us some love. Don't forget to hit my Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, follow, subscribe, like all that. Send your wins over to one more round fights at gmail.com. That's one more round fights at gmail.com. I want to see how much money you made. I want to see all that. Yeah. Preach. Thanks for the show. Appreciate you, Dave. Thanks for watching. Good talking to you guys. Enjoy your Sunday. Yes, sir. Peace, Dave. Like and subscribe. Yes, sir. Like and subscribe. Good show. Enjoy the games. Hope you guys win some money on football. You already know. And that does it for me. I am your host, Gaff. Sundays, MMA, boxing, news, parlays, pigs, all that. I'm your man. Tell a friend. And like always, let's fucking get this money. Let's win some more Let's win some more money this week. Keep a lookout for the posts. See you Saturday. UFC 308. It's going to be a banger.